Hello everyone. At the outset, I would like to thank Honorable Director Sir of GVISH Professor Vasanta Hedi Reddy Sir, Convener Professor KG Patil Sir, and the whole organizing team for giving me this opportunity in this conference to deliver a lecture. Today's topic is as per the theme Pollen, a biological perspective for sustainable development. When we talk about the sustainable development, there are three pillars of the sustainable development: economical, environmental, and social. If informally, we will say it is profits, planet, and people. Pollen we are getting from the plants, and these pollens, these are used for the getting the quality life through the sustainable production. So when we see the pollen perspective in this lecture, the perspective, it is the way we see things when we look at them from a certain distance, and it allows us to appreciate its true value. So throughout the lecture, we'll appreciate the true value of pollen grains. Pollen science, that is the palynology, it is having the different disciplines in the basic and applied sciences like the fossil palynology, aerobiology, forensic palynology, pollen biotechnology, palyophysiology. And out of that, pollen physiology, biochemistry, biotechnology are very, very important in the various aspects of the agriculture and horticulture, particularly in plant breeding, the production of the haploids, anther culture, pollen banks, then the development of the pollination control system of commercial hybrid seed production, then transfer of useful genes to crops. So, lot of uses. India is an agricultural country, and in this we can utilize this pollen for these various purposes. The another uses or applications, rather we can say, where we can produce sustainable production of these through these important products can be done is pollen is food and as medicine. In that, first we'll discuss the honey. Honey, actually, when the honeybees particularly they visit the plants for the nectar, which is a carbohydrate source of them, the pollen grains are attached to their bodies, and when they deposit it in the cells, the pollen grains are also deposited in the hive cells, where the nectar then converted into the honey. And when in the laboratory we had done the studies of bee pollen as well as the honey analysis of about 3 to 4 districts, here we are observing the different types of pollen grains you can see in the slide. And these pollen grains, then after analysis we can analyze that to which it belongs. It may be a monofloral or multifloral. Particularly, I will give you example that for Mahabaleshwar we are getting Syzygium or Jamin honey, Kariya honey, Gela honey. In the south we get eucalyptus honey. In Kashmir we get Kashmir honey, like that, depending on the its source of the plant for the nectar, the name is given, or at the place is used as the nomenclature. The pollen composition actually having the different types of the carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins, minerals, hormones. Similarly, the honey is also rich in all these things, and it is used in the various as a food, even the Ayurvedic medicine also, and it is also used as a medicine for many problems, health problems. All of you know. But the another thing which is to be discussed rather than honey is the bee pollen. It is actually the pollen grains collect the bee pollen grains from the different sources and store it in the pollen basket of its hind leg, and then deposit in the beehive cells, where after the process in the laboratory we are all have done a lot of study in this also. The pellets are obtained, and these pollen pellets are then used as a raw material in the different industries, and even directly also can be used, but the processed one is used. And it is a super duper medicine. It contains amino acids, carbohydrates, beneficial fatty acids. It is rich in minerals, hormones, vitamins, and hence it is also used in anti-aging, anti-obesity. It is a very good antioxidant. It is used in lowering the blood pressure, uh, high blood pressure, or increasing the low blood pressure. It is also used in nervous system. Many applications you can see here of the bee pollen. It is also available in the market in the commercial products also. and this is that is the it pollen tea is also there, muesli bar, granola bar, pollen granules, bee pollen powder, everything it is available. Even in the Amazon also you will get this. In India also at many places the raw pollen, this bee pollen, it is collected and sent to the industries. Then role of pollen in management of pollution is important, that we have done a lot of work in palynology is a specialization at our institute, and my seniors, my teachers and my colleagues and myself are doing lot of research in palynology. Pollen grains can be used as a bioindicator of pollution. We have studied the SEM and light microscopic studies, from which it is evident that in the polluted area, the structure it is damaged and certain particulate matter it is attached. Pollutants are also accumulated in the EDAX, and the biochemical and physiological studies we have seen that the heavy metals or pollutants they are accumulated. So it is a bioaccumulator of the pollutants. Then pollen morphology is also very important aspect, where you can see it is used in the taxonomy, solving the taxonomic problem. Even on the basis of the pollen there is actually classification of the plant is changed. Then forensic science, just like a DNA fingerprinting, it is also called as pollen print. It is used as a evidence in solving the criminal problems, because these pollen grains actually can stay in for the millions of years together intact, and it is very rare. The sporopollenin substance which is present in the enzyme, it is very much resistant to all the adverse conditions. The very important thing which I want to share with this, that is the pollen grain can is used as the biomaterial, healthcare, medicine and pharmaceutical industry. You can very well see the pollen morphology, various lot of variations are there, different pollen sculpturing, sporoderm certification, it is totally different, and each one is different. Pollen diversity you can see. The pollen grains as a biomaterial can be used in the various application, oral drug and vaccine delivery, catalyst support, removal of the heavy metals, used as anode in the lithium batteries, and so many applications are there. And this sporopollenin, because of that, micro encapsulation of material can be obtained because of its eco-friendly nature, uniform micron size of it, and even it is because of its chemical and physical stability, it is can be used as the pollen shell or secondary enzyme capsules, sporopollenin enzyme capsules, SECs, which is studied by Mudargi et al. And many scientists. Then the clean shells are obtained like this, where the drug can be introduced and the drug delivery can be done with this. There are many papers in the highly impact journals published regarding this, where we can see it has opened the door to the broadly applicable strategies for stabilizing the structure of the hollow microcapsules. Then it is also used, as I told you, the enhanced drug deliveries, and it is used in the battery anodes. Pollen is actually allergen, but it is the another phase where it is can be used in the battery anode in the lithium ion storage. Then pantoprazole, that is drug, that is also used in the for the drug delivery with the help of the pollen capsules. Then one more science news which I have gone through, that is the cleaning the pollutants from water with water, pollen and spores, that is removal of the pollutants. Now it happens because just as after a easy simple treatment, these pollen grains can develop the cheap and renewable pollen grains, which will be a sponge like structure where the pollutants will be accumulated and can remove the pollutants and help in the pollution. It is also used in oral vaccination. Then green synthesis of metal nanoparticles from the pollen. We have just started the studies from this plant extract as well as the including the pollen, and there are a lot of applications of these metal nanoparticles by the green synthesis in food, environmental, medical, human health and textile. Few paper I can tell you, because we have not published anywhere, just started the work. The silver nanoparticle produced from the pine pollen grains, it is showing the antifungal efficacy, whereas the bee pollen have shown the anti-cancer and antibacterial activities when the silver nanoparticles were formed. Then the another thing, that is the scientists from Singapore, from Nanyang Technological University. They have developed a pollen paper, and the work it is published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. According to them, it is having a very good mechanical characteristics, and it can be used in this soft robots, then sensors, artificial muscles, electrical generators, and lot of uses they have given, and they have shown its process. This is the process by which they have obtained a pollen paper. So at the concluding remark, I must tell you pollen grains are used in the various applied and basic sciences, like mainly subjects which we have discussed up till now: cytology, physiology, agriculture, medicine, biotechnology, forensic science, as evidence for solving the criminal applications. Then it is used as the bio indicator of the pollution. It is the bioaccumulator of the pollutants. We can even, the quantification can be done to measure the level of the pollution. Maybe in the future we can, lot of work can be done. Then occurrence of allergy is also an indication of the pollution. Then bee pollen, it is superfood and super medicine. So pollen grains are also used as biomaterial in various disciplines of the science and technology. Pollen grains, due to its morphological structure and chemical composition, has an ample scope for further using it as a sustainable material in research through advanced technology. So further interdisciplinary scope is there. So friends, we should come together and do some interdisciplinary work. A lot of scope is there. Pollen, what treasure untold resides in the heavenly world, more precious than silver and gold, on all that this earth can afford. This is by an English poet, William Cowper. So pollen is very, very useful, can be used for the sustainable development. Thank you very much.